Tony Robbins' book, Money, Master the Game, is an absolute beast. We're talking over 600 pages, packed with wisdom from the world's top financial minds. So we've boiled all of that down into a super clear 5-minute roadmap to financial freedom. Let's jump right in.
First things first, let's tackle the question that I think is on everyone's mind. Is building real, lasting wealth just for the lucky ones? You know, the people who are born into it or hit some kind of jackpot, while the rest of us just hope for the best?
Well, after talking to giants like Warren Buffett and Ray Dalio, Robbins' answer is a hard no. He's convinced that financial security isn't about luck at all. It's a game. And like any game, it has rules. If you learn the rules, you can learn to win. It's as simple as that. Okay, so if it's a game we can win, what's the first move? Well, it's not about investing a single dollar. Not yet. It's about figuring out exactly where you're trying to go. I mean, you can't hit a target you can't even see, right? So, what is the target? It's this idea, financial freedom. Now, this isn't about being fabulously, ridiculously rich. It's much more practical. It's the point where the money your investments make on their own, your passive income, is enough to pay for your entire lifestyle. The moment you hit that, work becomes a choice, not something you have to do. To make this real, you've got to calculate your freedom number. This is the exact dollar amount you need per year to live the life you actually want. This one little exercise transforms a vague, fluffy dream into a concrete goal you can actually start chipping away at. All right, on to step 2. Once you know your destination, it's time to build the engine that's actually going to get you there. This is where we get into the nuts and bolts of how you make your money work for you. Robbins breaks this engine down into 3 core actions. They're not flashy, they're not complicated, but they are totally non-negotiable. You've got to save money systematically, let compounding do its magic, and be absolutely ruthless about cutting the costs that are draining power from your engine. And here it is, maybe the single most powerful thing you can do. Make your savings automatic. Don't wait to see what's left at the end of the month. Decide on a percentage and have it moved to your investment account the second you get paid. This one move just takes willpower completely out of the picture. And speaking of things that drain your wealth, fees are a silent killer. So many mutual funds have these high fees that seem tiny, maybe 1 or 2%. But over decades, those little fees can literally devour hundreds of thousands of dollars of your returns. Low-cost index funds, on the other hand, let you keep what you make. Now we're at step 3. We have our destination. We have a savings engine running on autopilot. But what do we actually invest in? How do you build a portfolio that can handle the wild ups and downs of the market without giving you a heart attack? According to the pros Robbins interviewed, the holy grail is something called asset allocation. Now, that sounds complicated, but it's really not. It just means you don't put all your eggs in one basket. You spread your money across different kinds of investments to protect yourself. This right here is the blueprint Robbins advocates for, inspired by the legendary Ray Dalio. It's called the All Seasons Portfolio. Just look at the mix. A big chunk is in bonds for stability when things get rocky. You've got stocks in there to drive growth, and then smaller slices of gold and commodities to protect you when inflation kicks in. The whole point isn't to be the star performer every year. It's to be resilient, to keep you in the game no matter what the economy's doing. At the end of the day, this strategy isn't about trying to guess the future, because, let's be real, nobody can. It's about admitting you don't know what's coming next and building a balanced portfolio that's ready for anything. That's what allows you to stay calm and stay invested for the long run, which is where the real growth happens. So we've got the destination, the engine, and the blueprint. You'd think that's everything, right? But there's one final piece of the puzzle that holds it all together. And without it, the whole thing can fall apart. We're talking about your mindset. Robbins really drives this home. Your own psychology is either your biggest advantage or your biggest weakness. The market runs on fear and greed. Your job is to ignore the constant noise, master your own emotions, and just stick with your plan. You make changes on a schedule, not because of some scary headline on the news. And this quote just nails the whole point of this entire journey. The goal isn't just to have a giant pile of money, it's about what that money gives you. Security, peace of mind, and the absolute freedom to design a life that you actually want to live. And you know, what's really interesting is that for Robbins, the final stage of mastering this game is contribution. He argues that when you start giving back, it not only helps others, but it also gives your own financial success a much deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. So, there you have it. This isn't just some vague idea, it's a real, actionable roadmap. You've got the 4 steps: define your goal, build your savings engine, use an all weather blueprint, and master your own mind. The only question left is, what's your first step going to be?